Namaskar, Keminacho to all lovely super mothers. Welcome to Super Mother Unleashed. She is compassionate elder care professional and a leader, mother who is committed to enhancing the lives of seniors with exceptional, heartfelt service. She has discovered her true passion for supporting seniors and their families, inspired by the idea that many seniors wish to age comfortably in their own homes. Today, she continues to provide in home care across South Florida and also serves as a community educator with the Alzheimer's Association, helping families ensure their loved ones can age with dignity, comfort, and care. Hey Megan, welcome to my show.
Hi, thank you so much to have me back. It's truly a pleasure.
Okay, Megan, to begin with, can you share the story behind Granny Nannies and what inspired the mission to provide compassionate in-home care service for seniors?
Sure, yes, you are exactly right. No one in that generation wants to leave their home. They've been in their home for usually 60 or more years. This is where they've raised their children. This is where they've made memories. This is where their nervous system feels the most safe. So inspired by that and knowing that, that is why I chose the path that I chose. And they've lived their entire lives. They have something that you and I don't have. They have many years of lived experiences well beyond our years. And I truly love to experience their stories, their wisdom, and all of that combined is what drove me into this field.
That's lovely. But Megan, through this journey, you must have felt like many families struggle with the decision of seeking care for their aging loved ones. And what are those some signs that it might be the time to consider professionally in-home care? What do you feel?
Yes, by far, families wait far too long to bring in help like mine.
Right.
It's just they don't want to admit they need help. Their parents are reluctant. A lot of times I'm working with the adult children, so that's why I'm referring to them. But their parents are reluctant. They want to hold on to their independence, but they really do need help far before they call me. So what you want to look for are frequent falls. That's number one. Are they forgetting medications? Are medications scattered? Changes in hygiene. Are you noticing that they're not as hygienic as they used to be? Changes in their weight and nutrition. Is there an increase in isolation? Are they not going to their groups, their card games, seeing their friends? And then difficulty managing the household duties that they once were easy for them. Those are the top reasons why you should say this is a red flag, and maybe they're not ready for care yet, but let me engage a company that I know and trust and get the ball rolling.
Okay, so all these signs, when they start getting often, then they come to your, Granny Nannies, or they call for the help, isn't it?
Yes, that's the trigger. Those are the top triggers. That would be, let's get online, let's find an agency, let's contact a few, and that's why they're calling. And we always ask them, why'd you call us? Nobody wakes up and says, let me call Granny Nannies, let me call, for help. No one wants that. So usually when they're calling, it's for a reason, and those are the top reasons why they're calling.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So Granny Nannies emphasizes, as far as we know, it's dignity and independence and trust. So how do caregivers ensure that seniors feel respected and feel safe while receiving assistance with daily activities?
Yes, it really just starts very simply for that. Our caregivers are going into someone's home. They're visitors. And so we build personalized care plans to ensure that when the caregiver is going into the home, that their routines are being respected, that the way they've been doing things for 60 or more years is followed through on. So we want to make sure that the caregivers aren't asking the client to do it their way, that the caregivers are asking the client, how do you like this done? And it's as simple as that we follow the routines that have been in place for many, many years, and we respect the client's wishes on how they want to do things in their own home.
Okay, any special moment you would like to share with our viewers in Granny Nannies?
Oh, yes. I mean, one thing comes to mind. It's truly rewarding for me when I do finally break through, because the number one reason people push back on services are, I'm just not ready. Their parents are reluctant to care. So if I can get in there, if they do trust me and take that risk and put the caregiver in there, it usually is a great result. So I think of one lady who's super reluctant to care, but we started anyways, and the family accepted that things might, be rocky in the beginning. So we started by just going to have tea, making her a cup of tea, and putting it on the table. Then the caregiver, sat a little closer to her. And then the caregiver the next day started pointing out pictures on the wall and asking her, what's this? Where were you? Who's that? And just engaging slowly in conversation. And that's how, we work our way in. What she said to me, and of course I'm on the outside and I'm calling and doing quality assurance. And what she said to me was, I really thought I was losing my independence and I was losing something by engaging your services and your caregiver, but now I see how much I've gained. Now I see how lonely I was. And to me, that makes everything I do worthwhile, because you and I are both into health. And for me, one of the biggest pillars in health are good relationships. Right. And that just proves that with her, we improved not just her isolation, but we improved her health. And to me, that's worth it. And that's what I think of. It's that little lady.
Okay, that's lovely. They feel so independent and they feel this warm feeling around, because the people are there who are actually making things possible and very warm for them, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not how what you do, it's how you make people feel, and that's the golden standard in caregiving.
That's true. So have you ever heard a particular touching comment from an elderly client who spent time with Granny Nannies? Perhaps someone who came in needing support and after a few days felt physically stronger and mentally uplifted. What was on the most memorable things a senior has said about their experience?
What I hear the most, and when I'm attending a funeral or when I'm attending an exit interview with families about how our service is, the one thing is that they say, they started off as a caregiver, but they became my parents' best friend. And that just makes everything I do worthwhile.
How lovely. You are having so much of blessing to you, Meghan. Seriously, I'm telling you, because you're surrounded with so many people who are positive, looking for your support, and they are having that hope to be uplifted when they'll come to Granny Nannies. That's one thing. It's a blessing to you and to your families. I'm telling you today.
Definitely. I agree with that.
Yeah. So caregiving can be emotionally demanding, as you know. So what qualities do you look for when recruiting and screening caregivers to ensure that they truly embody compassion and empathy?
Oh, yes. So technical skills definitely matter, right. But compassion matters the most. Compassion. And so to see someone's behavioral characteristics, you need to look at patterns. So we look at patterns in their professional career. And one of the best ways I can screen through caregivers, I get 40 calls a week on people wanting to register with us and be caregivers. But one of the biggest things is, how can I notice this pattern of compassion? And the way I do it is, can they provide me with a reference from a family that I can personally call or get on a video chat with that they've worked with for 3 or more years consecutively. And 3 years is low. I prefer a 5-year block with one family. If they can provide that reference, then I know that they were compassionate, the family valued them, and that to me is worth more than a technical skill or all the other credentials.
Right, right. So for viewers who are currently caring for an elderly parent or relative themselves, what advice would you offer to them? Help balance caregiving while also caring for their own well-being.
Oh yes, that's simple. So it's always good for me to reiterate that it is not the patient or the client that is the most vulnerable. It is the family caregiver. It is the one who stepped up and is coordinating care, is filling in the gaps for what their parents might need or what their grandparents or uncle might need. So the most vulnerable person in the entire transaction of senior care is the family caregiver that has stepped up to provide any sort of assistance, whether it be executive assistance or physical assistance. So don't wait for you to burn out. I see so many family caregivers that get sick, that wind up in the hospital, that hurt their back, and then what? Then the client's safety is compromised, then the client's stability is compromised. So don't wait for burnout. Don't wait till you can't handle it anymore. Even if you don't use my agency or an agency right away, get the ball rolling. Interview some agencies, get comfortable with the way the agency works, get comfortable with their people. Maybe start with a little bit of respite care that'll give yourself a break, but don't wait for you to burn out. Don't wait for a tragedy to strike. Set up your care team right now and have an agency be a part of that care team. Even if you don't use them right away, at least you have your paperwork set up and at least they're a phone call away when you feel that you need them.
Lovely. So what one thing or one advice to every household who are having the seniors at home, what is one trigger you feel like when they realize they immediately call for help? What's those things? One trigger, one.
Yeah. I think that people should call and set us up beforehand. But once you have that set up, usually when you're feeling run down, when the family caregiver is sick, when the family caregiver is getting burnt out, that's when I say maybe your parent doesn't need the help right away, but you do. You need the help. So set it up in the home for you when you feel burnt out, when you need a break and you need to get away from the house. So as mothers, we know what that feels like. Are we more vulnerable to sickness? Are we feeling at capacity emotionally?
Yeah.
That's when they should call me and set up some breaks or some help. Even if it's just a little break, 10 hours a week, they can get out, decompress, take care of themselves.
Okay. So nowadays, you also mentioned about the electronic caregiver. What's that? If you would like to talk about it, please.
Yes. So this is a company that is not affiliated with Granny Nannies, but I've become a master care partner for Electronic Caregiver, and they are an AI technology-based caregiving system. So what I decided to do last year was couple it with my Granny Nannies service. Mm-hmm. And so we're bringing in technology that doesn't necessarily replace human connection, but could fill the gap. So what Addison, her name is Addison, she's an electronic caregiver on a tablet, and what she does is she sits up in the home on the tablet and she can do fall monitoring, because we'll set up sensors around the house that'll monitor the client's normal patterns. So if the client is out of pattern one day or whatnot, we know that emergency response will be called. So Addison is also tracking vitals, and seeing, perhaps if there's a change in vitals or a change in condition. Addison is an AI caregiver where the client can talk to, do exercise with them. She'll remind them to take medicines. She'll also remind them to water plants. So it's very customizable in the way you set up your Addison, your electronic caregiver. But the biggest part that I love about electronic caregiver is you not only get all that monitoring, but you get access to a Pocket MD, which is a telehealth doctor. Sniffles, your throat hurts, you have access to a doctor right away.
Oh, lovely.
So you don't have to go to the emergency room or go to your primary care. If you need a basic antibiotic, you have a telehealth doc right away. And then you get 2 wellness calls a month from a nurse. And that's just a nurse checking in and looking at your vitals, looking at your meds, looking at you personally to see how you're doing. So you also get those 2 calls from a nurse, a wellness check.
Right. That's so good. And one more thing I would like to know about Granny Nannies is there any natural elements also it is being used for elderly care people, like essential oils or anything, natural remedies and all? You use it? No.
So every client is personalized. So for me to answer that, yes, we have our caregivers and I will meet with the client and say, what do you prefer? So if they are preferring more natural remedies, we ask the family to have it set up. We ask, so we encourage, for me personally, I do encourage the holistic route because that's how I raise my kids and my family.
Right.
But it's really up to the client. It's very personalized.
That's true. Every household is different and their way of treating themselves is different. So you even cannot, force them to, use it. And when they are elder people, their things are different and we need to be very, very cautious about it.
Right. And so I will encourage it. I will mention it in conversation. Right. If I'm doing a home visit, I'll say, like the Wi-Fi router is like right in the bedroom. Let's move that radiation. So I will try to plant seeds the way I run my household or, the way I run fevers with my children. But ultimately, it's up to the house how they want it.
Right. That's true. And, natural healings and all are completely on believing things. How much you believe on those things, you can use it. If you don't believe, then there is no point. You don't have that excitement to use those. Yeah.
Yeah, your body knows if you're accepting the remedy or not. So if you're resisting the holistic remedy, then it's useless.
True. So Meghan, all this while we have been speaking about your brand, about your wonderful work, what you're doing right now. So you're also a mother, we all know. And that role itself is very demanding. And how do you manage your children's schedule while balancing both the responsibilities of running your work and personal life?
Oh yeah, we're very structured. And I just find that when you're thinking about balance, I feel like my work as an entrepreneur really does balance the scale for motherhood, because being an entrepreneur, especially in Granny Nannies and with the elderly, it leads me to a more patient demeanor with my children, understanding and empathetic nature with the children. And then my kids, on the other hand, they keep me accountable to my job. So they keep me structured. They keep me motivated to do well in my position, so I'm financially stable. So everything balances it out. But the main thing is structure, calendar. I live a very structured life,
It has been already in your mind how to do things ahead, planning for the day. It's important.
Yeah, it takes a while. It took me a really long time to be in the structured mindset because that's not my personality. And, it took me a while, but with repetition, it's like, all right, what are we doing today? And I check my calendar in the morning, I check my calendar on Sunday, and then I check my monthly calendar. So it's just getting structured and getting things in the calendar, and then realizing that having grace, because sometimes things fall through the cracks, and just having compassion for yourself when that happens.
Okay. So finally, looking ahead, how do you see the future of in-home senior care evolving? And what role all organizations will play, like a Granny Nannies, in supporting families worldwide? What's your thought about it?
Well, I think that this industry is only going to grow. It's not only do people want to stay home, but it's cheaper for them to stay home.
Right.
So then to put them into a congregate living situation. And it's also cheaper if there's government subsidization for this, if the government is helping pay for this. The government wants people to stay home because, again, it's more inexpensive. So I think that a lot of government agencies and a lot of private agencies like mine are going to bring in technology, is going to encourage and provide support to stay home. I do think this industry is going to exponentially grow over the next 30 years, but I think it's going to be a mix of technology, what can AI do, and compassionate human caregivers.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Your initiative, your work, and your thought process for this journey is amazing. Trust me. It's very few people who think about, all this, because everyone is running behind some or other things. But taking care of this elderly people and, making things like a Granny Nanny, it's a shelter, it's a place, it's a brand where everybody believes in and everybody loves to come and stay there.
Yes. And we're now entering the sandwich generation era, where there are people like you and I who are raising kids, but also dealing with their aging parents. And this is the first time that this dynamic is happening. So I think more people are going to be talking about it, and there's going to be more solutions for people like you and I who are trying to balance both aging parents and children. Right. So I definitely think these conversations are good to have.
That's wonderful. So thank you so much, Meghan, for sharing your inspiring journey and the incredible work you are doing through Granny Nannies. Because your dedication to helping seniors live with dignity, comfort, and compassion in their own homes is truly meaningful and impactful. We are so grateful.
Thank you.
Yeah. Say. We are so grateful to have you with us today. And to our listeners and viewers, thank you so much for joining us. Until next time, keep supporting, keep caring, and keep making a big difference in the lives around you. So with that, we have come to the end of this episode, and please do share this podcast with your friends, your colleagues, and the mothers in your network. I would love to request all my viewers to please share your thought, views, feedback about today's episode. Till then, stay tuned, stay empowered, and keep viewing Super Mother Unleashed podcast. Thank you. Tell me now, how you felt, like all these questions were okay? Or what's your thought about it?
Oh yeah, it was great. Yeah, they were great. I loved it.
You loved it? Okay.
Yeah.
Share anything you would love to share, anything? No, it's okay.
No, I really appreciate the conversation. These are conversations that definitely need to start happening. And I think you're great in bringing light to mothers who are balancing it all. I encourage everybody to follow you and listen to these conversations, because you're truly changing the dynamic where mothers can have a career and take care of their kids. So I love it. I love your mission too.
Thank you so much.